Ever wondered how your ego might be affecting your financial success? Learn more in this video. Make sure to check it out. Are you struggling with understanding the influence of your ego and its impact on both your personal life and financial success? If you're seeking clarity amid the complexities of your ego and its role, this video is for you. Don't miss this opportunity to empower yourself with knowledge, balance, and self-assurance in your life. Before we go on, we would like to say thank you to all you Luxo lovers for joining us on this journey of getting better with money and growing personally. Your support and joining in mean a lot to us. Now, as we get into the video that's all about helping folks who want to improve their money situation, please like, comment, and subscribe and share the video if you like it. Your help means a lot to us. To make sure you don't miss out on cool stuff, please subscribe to Luxo-Life and hit the bell button. Okay, let's kick things off by understanding what we mean when we talk about ego. Ego is basically how a person feels about themselves, like how much they value themselves or think they're important. Think of it as your inner opinion about how awesome or special you are. Imagine someone with a big ego. They're the ones who believe they're super important and valuable. Just like when you have that extra scoop of ice cream because you know you deserve it. So in a nutshell, ego is all about how you see yourself and how much you value yourself. Kind of like your inner cheerleader. In the world of internet and social media, we see plenty of people talking about being successful and rich, basically thinking highly of themselves. But the truth is, there are more folks who stay poor because they can't control their ego than those who actually get rich from it. It's kinda strange because while ego is praised online, especially in advice aimed at men, there are many more successful people out there who aren't famous on social media. And not all of those famous people are as successful as they seem. When we look at advice given online, especially to men, they're often told that having a strong ego, being super confident and not taking criticism will make them successful. But there's a problem with that. Ego can actually hold you back. If you're not open to learning, you can end up stuck and not making progress. This can stop you from getting out of poverty. Social media makes this even more complicated. A lot of people only show the good stuff on social media, like their achievements and happy moments. This can make it seem like tons of people are getting rich because of their egos. But if you dig deeper, you'll find that for every person showing off, there are many more who are quietly working hard and making small steps forward. Real success usually comes from working hard, not just from acting like you're better than everyone else. In reality, success is more complicated than what we see. Many really successful people don't boast about it. They focus on improving themselves. They understand that being humble and willing to learn from mistakes is important for long-term success. On the other hand, those who let their ego guide them might have short bursts of success, but they struggle to deal with challenges. Having a big ego can really close off a person's view of the world. It's like wearing glasses that only let you see things your way. When someone's got a huge ego, they think they're like a giant fish in a small pond, pretending to be a superhero in their story. It's not real. On the other hand, folks who are humble, guys like Gary Vaynerchuk and Tom Bilyeu, they've been through tough times. They know how it feels to not be great and stuff. And guess what? That's okay. In fact, it's a huge part of their success. They don't waste time thinking they were the biggest fish. Instead, they learned and grow, and that's why they made it. So for those with huge egos, there's a way to make things better. They need to challenge themselves more. Think about this. If you want to get fit, you lift heavier weights, right? Similarly, if you want to get rid of your ego, you take on tougher tasks. This can show you that you're not always the best, and that's okay. Learning and getting better are much cooler than your big ego. Building on what we've been discussing, it's important to understand about success that it comes with a price. Success is like buying something you really want, but it might come with some extra costs. One of those costs can be feeling lonely sometimes and having fewer people to pick from when you're looking for good friends. Now, this only turns into a problem if you see it as a price to pay. It's like thinking you've lost something by reaching the top of the mountain. But here's the twist. Being at the top doesn't always mean you'll have a deeper connection with others who are up there too. Imagine you've got yourself a cool new toy, but it needs special batteries that not everyone has. Success can be a bit like that. Sure, you might have accomplished something awesome, but it might also mean you're spending more time on your own. And when it comes to making friends or finding people who really get you, the pool might be a bit smaller. But remember, this only becomes a real issue if you start thinking that you're missing out on something by being successful. It's not entirely true that being on top of things automatically makes your connections deeper. Let's look at those successful folks we mentioned earlier, like Gary Vaynerchuk and Tom Bilyeu. They've reached high levels of success, but they still understand the value of meaningful relationships. It's not how many friends you have, but about the quality of those connections. They haven't let their success go into their heads, and that's one reason they're respected. So by climbing the mountain to success, don't get caught up in the idea that you're losing out on connections. It's possible to have great relationships even if the circle is a bit smaller. When it comes to chasing success, something interesting happens with your friendships. As you work your way up, you might find that your standards for friends start to shift. It's like upgrading your preferences. You begin to seek out friends who truly understand you and support your goals. But here's the silver lining. Don't let this bother you excessively. Seriously, don't stress over it. Just because a few friendships might not endure doesn't mean you're isolated on your path. Picture it like this. On a road trip, you meet interesting people at rest stops, but you don't bring them with you all the way to your final destination. That's perfectly fine. As for the potential loneliness that success might bring, that's where your perspective can work its magic. Many people find that success automatically means feeling alone, but let's flip that notion around. Instead of treating it as a downside, consider viewing it as a fresh way of looking at things. Think of success as standing on a mountain peak. You get a unique viewpoint. It's not necessarily a state of loneliness up there, it's more like experiencing the world from a new angle. And remember, just like we've seen with individuals like Gary Vaynerchuk and Tom Bilyeu, maintaining meaningful connections doesn't always hinge on a large group of friends. In conclusion, ego, while sometimes can be a boost, can ironically hinder progress and keep individuals trapped in a cycle of limited success. For us Luxo lovers, it's crucial to grasp that ego is a destructive habit that can limit growth and understanding, preventing us from breaking free from the chains of poverty and ignorance. While evolving friendships during the complex journey towards success is natural, and the occasional feeling of loneliness that accompanies success can be reframed as a new perspective. By embracing humility and valuing quality connections over quantity, we can follow in the footsteps of Gary Vaynerchuk and Tom Bilyeu, who have shown that success and grounded relationships can coexist. So let's shed the weight of ego, open ourselves to learning, and view the challenges of the journey as opportunities for growth, crafting our success story with wisdom and humility. As we wrap up, it's important to reflect on how ego might be influencing your path to financial success. Remember, ego can sometimes be the barrier that holds you back from achieving your goals. So Luxo lovers, take a moment to consider if your ego is hindering your progress towards a better financial future. If you find this video insightful, please hit that like button below. Your comments are always appreciated, so please share your insights in the comment section. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Luxo-Life for more thought-provoking discussions and practical insights that can help you succeed in all areas of your life. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you're always in the loop. See you in the next video.